The text came in at 11:47 p.m., just 13 minutes before the new year. Please don't come upstairs. Dad's angry. We'll talk tomorrow. I stared at my phone while fireworks cracked somewhere outside the house. Laughter floated up from the living room below. Her family, my family now, counting down to midnight. My wife's message buzzed again like it was nervous. Just trust me. That word, trust, landed wrong. It had been landing wrong for weeks. I stood there in the guest bedroom of her parents' house, wearing a suit I hated, holding a glass of water that suddenly tasted bitter. Tomorrow. That was always the word lately. Tomorrow we'd talk. Tomorrow things would make sense. Tomorrow she'd explain why she'd been sleeping with her phone under her pillow. Why missed calls showed up at 2 a.m. Why she flinched when I touched her shoulder, like I'd startled her out of a dream she didn't want to leave. I went downstairs anyway. The room fell quiet as I stepped in. My father-in-law stood near the dining table, red-faced, gripping a wine glass like it was an extension of his hand. My wife wouldn't look at me. Her mother stared at the TV too intently, pretending not to see. Why are you causing trouble tonight? My father-in-law slurred. It's New Year's. I just want to know why my wife told me not to come downstairs, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. That's when it happened. He hurled the wine at me. It splashed across my shirt, soaked into the collar, dripped down my chest. Red stains bloomed like wounds. The room smelled sharp and sour. She's my daughter, he snapped. And you don't deserve answers. I stood there stunned, not by the wine but by the way my wife still didn't look at me. That was the moment something broke open inside my chest, because suddenly every strange thing lined up. The late nights she blamed on work. The way she deleted messages when I walked into the room. The New Year's excuse for why she had to come to her parents' house alone a day early. I walked out without another word. My shoes crunching on cold gravel. Fireworks exploding overhead like mockery. In the car my hand shook as I wiped wine off my shirt. I didn't call my wife. I didn't call my parents. I made a single call to my brother-in-law. He answered on the second ring. Hey man. Is she seeing someone? I asked. Silence. Long enough to hurt. Then he sighed. I didn't want to be the one to tell you. That was it. No denial. No confusion. Just confirmation, heavy and final. She's been talking to an old colleague, he said quietly. Dad knows. Mom knows. They thought it was complicated. Complicated. That was their word for betrayal. I sat there, listening to fireworks fade into distant echoes, my chest hollowing out. I remembered how she used to rest her head on my shoulder during countdowns, whispering hopes for the new year. Now those memories felt fake, like props from a play I hadn't known I was acting in. When I confronted her the next morning, there were tears, but not the kind that begged forgiveness. They were tired tears. Guilty tears. I didn't plan it, she said. I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't plan to marry someone who'd lie to me, I replied. She told her side. Loneliness. Feeling unseen. Old feelings resurfacing. I listened because I loved her once. Maybe part of me still did. But love doesn't survive secrecy. Trust doesn't regrow where it's been poisoned. I packed my things slowly. Every object felt heavier than it should have been. Our wedding photo stared at me from the dresser, mocking. Before I left, my father-in-law tried to apologize. Said he lost his temper. Said he was protecting his family. I realized then that I was the only one protecting myself. The new year didn't begin with fireworks or kisses. It began with quiet resolve. With stained clothes and clear truth. With one call that finally gave me answers, and the strength to walk away. Some endings don't explode. They settle. And in that stillness you find yourself again.